Ladies and gentlemen, under 18 U.S. Code 371, that's the legal statute that Durham can use against pretty much everybody involved here. You cannot get, in this case, $1,024,408 to spread lies and disseminate information to the U.S. government in order for the U.S. government to investigate the Democratic Party's direct political rivals. It's exactly what took place. That's not hyperbole. That's not an oversimplification. The allegations that were investigated, the allegations leveled against Trump were fabricated. Furthermore, I mean, just in terms of, a discussion on national security, it is not national security for the Democratic Party to claim that another country purchased Facebook ads or Twitter bots, and therefore that was interference. Or another country, it's not national security. This is the antithesis of democracy or national security. For one political party to claim that another country wants their rival because the outgoing intelligence agencies believe so. Then when you have never Trump Republicans, people who just don't like Trump, they side with Democrats, so Kinzinger and Cheney, and in the Democratic Party mindset, the wonderful, morally superior, almost always apoplectic mindset, their mentality is, well, Kinzinger and Cheney are good Republicans. They're fighting for the truth. And it's like, well, no. The Lincoln Project people, the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans, who ran the GOP into the ground, by the way, and also created an era of never-ending conflict and suffering and chaos throughout the world, those people were kicked out of the Republican Party by Trump and Trump Republicans. That's why I will vote for anyone for president who was opposed by the Lincoln Project people. You see these complete imbeciles who claim to have opposed Bush, and they don't think Trump, they think Trump's an authoritarian, and they're retweeting the Lincoln Project or Bill Kristol or all the people who pushed for never-ending counterinsurgency quagmires. But see, that's another story. You can't, what took place, this is a Daily Caller article. The law firm that represented the Clinton campaign and DNC, Law Firm 1, in these indictments, paid Fusion a total of $1,024,408 between May 24, 2016 and December 28, 2016. Okay. Check out my segment prior to this one. The $9.1 million the DNC and the Clinton campaign paid Law Firm 1. Law Firm 1 then used $1,024,408 to pay Fusion GPS. And Fusion GPS then paid Christopher Steele. Again, we don't know how much, we don't really know right now how much of the $9.1 million that law firm was paid was then funneled to outsource. We don't know how much they utilized to outsource companies like Fusion GPS or to pay people like Christopher Steele, because Christopher Steele was paid to compile a Steele dossier by Fusion GPS. Fusion GPS was paid by the law firm, and the law firm was paid by the Clinton campaign and the DNC, who then had to be fined and broke campaign finance laws money because they used donations, money that Bernie Sanders supporters gave to the DNC after, of course, Bernie Sanders was cheated in a primary. Of course, they'll never bring that up, and they'll pontificate about democracy. They can't even have a functioning primary. By the way, hit subscribe to this channel right now. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel below in the pinned comment. To my new Patreons, thank you. If you want to support my work via Patreon, your support is greatly appreciated. The best thing also you could do is just share these segments, because this is information, ladies and gentlemen, that is, you could say, well, this article was written a while back, but it's very important because when you see these indictments of Klein-Smith, Danchenko, and then now Sussman, 3 indictments in the Mueller probe special counsel, the special counsel is looking at a money trail. There's no money trail with Trump. You can't link Trump to any money trail. They've tried. They have his actual tax returns. Okay? They have his actual tax returns. It doesn't say $1,024,408 or $9.1 million in expenditures or in campaign donations to obtain data on Clinton or mashed potato brains Biden or anyone else. See, okay, with the Democratic Party, you'll have Uranium One give millions to the foundation, okay, and then miraculously, President Obama won't veto the sale, and God forbid you make any correlation, you pontificate or you decipher that there's a causation linked to the correlation. God forbid you say, hey, wait a second, you have donors giving millions of dollars for a very strategic commodity that could build the most devastating armament in the world. Okay, not that Democrats care, but that's another story. So the rebuttal was, well, it's just a commodity. Well, now that commodity, along with oil and gas, Democrats love to say it's just a commodity. It's a global commodity price. It's like, well, yeah, but you've allowed that country through Nord Stream 2, which mashed potato brains Biden completely actually waived sanctions on, or the uranium sale a couple years back that the New York Times reported on. The last good article, one of the last actually examples of journalism, the New York Times, was when they reported on you-know-who in that country obtaining 20% of U.S. uranium capacity. But see, money flowed. There was a money trail. Money went to the foundation, and then beneficial treatment took place. And that's just many examples. You have many examples. Okay? They have Trump's tax returns. They can't find anything. His tax returns were supposed to be the holy grail of corruption. But now you're finding, even AOC has campaign finance violations. Being a Democrat is like the greatest racket of all time. It's very lucrative. It's much better than starting your own business. Because then you could just, we want a book deal? Hey, no problem. It's not like the graft is almost informal. If you want a book deal and you're a conservative, there's only a few publishers. You want a book deal and you're, oh my God, you'll be on The View. If you're a Democrat, if you can't stand Trump, oh my God. All of media will just love you and lavish you with praise. But that's just an example of a book deal. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, when she was forced to resign after Bernie Sanders was railroaded, she directly worked for the Clinton campaign. And then you have these people, here's a prime example, $9.1 million given to a law firm. Then the law firm gives over $1 million to Fusion GPS. Then Fusion GPS gives around, $168,000 right here to Christopher Steele. Then Christopher Steele, who knows how much he gave to the sources who weren't really sources. So the money trail is right there. And it starts from people donating to the Democratic Party. But again, see, if you explain this to people, even really brilliant academics, who are more intelligent than I am, but perhaps don't possess the wisdom that I possess or you possess, see, you have to be able to look at your political side and say, okay, so I did that when I was on the left. That's why I left. And I didn't go to the Trump Republican side because that's the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld people who were wrong. They're wrong on everything, from their interventions to Libya to everything. Bette Midler the other day tweeted a meme. She tweeted a meme of this poor young person who lost his life in a quagmire in the Middle East. Okay. She didn't realize, and then she tried to correlate it to the Supreme Court decision in the most, completely irrational manner. But anyway, she didn't realize that photo of the young person losing his life, terrible photo, terrible. That was in 2015. That was a direct result of President Obama's foreign policy, prolonging conflict. Why doesn't mashed potato brains meet with those two, with the invading country and the country being invaded right now? Try to find some negotiated solution. Oh no, we want them to suffer and continue to fight forever because democracy. Well, that's why it's democracy. That's democracy, not finding. Even Bill Clinton tried to work to find a solution to or negotiate a deal to very, very difficult geopolitical topics. Oh, you're bringing up my name. Thank you so much. Finally, you said something nice about me. But not mashed potato brains. He would need a translator for his translator because nobody knows what he's talking about. So diplomacy is out the window. Anyway, these problems were supposed to take place under Trump because he was installed by the Kremlin. We know that because the Clinton campaign, the Democratic Party, paid all this money to fabricate a myth. The myth was, you would say, expensive, but it really wasn't that. If all you needed was about $10 to $15 million, which is probably what they spent on all of this, because we can only see from the last segment I did 9.1 million and then over 1 million. You could probably see they probably spent close to 15 million, okay? But around 11 million or 10 million or so that we can see right now. But think about how many tens of millions of people truly believe Trump was installed by the Kremlin. Think about that for a second. You think if you're a political party spending $10 million to deceive tens of millions of very intelligent people, it's not a lot of money. They achieved exactly what they wanted, but it was a grandiose fraud. And there are laws against that. And the Durham Probe Special Counsel is taking his sweet time. People say, well, nothing's been done. It's like, well, he's taking time. What do you want? Rome wasn't built in a day, and the statute of limitations don't run out on a lot of these crimes. Durham just proved that the other day in court. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe. I'll be here in 2 hours, people. Be back here in 2 hours. Very big, important segment.